Ghost Recon Wildlands is the next installment in Ubisoft's long-running franchise, and with the power of the new hardware, the team decided to go for an open-world story where players can decide for themselves how they want to take down the enemy and in what order they want to do it. So Ubisoft invited Hardcore Gamer to check in on Wildlands to see what the game looks like only a few weeks before it releases. So in Ghost Recon Wildlands, you play as the familiar Ghosts, American special operatives who are tasked with high-risk missions where they need to get in and get out unnoticed. Wildlands is set in the beautiful Bolivia, where the Santa Blanca drug cartel from Mexico has taken over the country and made it a narco state. At the top, El Sueño, the crazy-looking and mysterious drug lord who has the entire Bolivian government under his thumb. He has 4 main operations that keep the cartel running: production, security, trafficking, and influence. These 4 pillars are each led by one of El Sueño's best people, so to get to him, you'll have to take them out first. Before you do, though, you'll have to create your ghost. Wildlands comes with an almost ridiculous amount of options for players to deck themselves out with hats, eye patches, tattoos, and clothes. You can play as a man or woman of any skin color, and with a ton of different hairstyles. It's really quite impressive how much customization there is in this area. Next is your arsenal. At the beginning of the game, you won't have too much to choose from, but as you work your way up the ranks, you'll be able to choose from assault rifles, snipers, LMGs, and more. Pretty much everything comes with a silencer, since you are indeed a ghost, but using the gunsmith, you can change just about anything you'd like about your guns. Other options like flare guns, C4, and various other gadgets will come to be at your disposal as well as you level up. So in my time with Wildlands, I was able to play both single player and co-op. For the single player mission, we were set at a lower level with not a lot of gear to get a sense of what it was like at the beginning of the game. We were placed in Itacua, one of the 21 provinces throughout Bolivia, and we were tasked with taking out 2 of El Sueño's higher ranking officers. First, we had to find them though. The overarching mission was made up of a bunch of smaller objectives and led us through the province with varying things to do, like rescuing kidnapped rebels, investigating a murder, and stealing GPS devices to track down the crime bosses. It took a good 2 hours to play through the mission, and each of the objectives was different enough from the previous one so that it wasn't repetitive or boring. Playing single player won't be as lonely as you might have originally thought, due to the fact that you'll be accompanied by 3 AI companions that you can order around to help you with the mission. They will give you cover fire in a shootout, take out enemies here and there, and with the cool new sync shot feature, you'll be able to tag enemies and have them all executed at the same time by your teammates. This allows for some interesting tactics that you can use to be stealthy as possible when playing alone. The preferable way to play Wildlands, though, is with friends. Co-op can also be done with randoms if you'd like, and there are D-pad commands you can use to communicate with your silent teammates, but it's best to be able to talk to one another. When you can, playing with friends allows you to take your tactics to the extreme. Everyone is free to do whatever they want, however, so be sure you're communicating. We don't want a friendly ghost going out and ruining everything for us, do we? The co-op mission we got to play was later on in the game, or at least it's recommended that you wait to play it since the enemies are a lot stronger. So we got magically leveled up a bit and had new options at our disposal so that we could handle the Unidad soldiers who are highly armored and have tanks and helicopters. For this mission set in the Montoya province, we were going after one of our own, a ghost who had gone rogue and started helping the Santa Blanca cartel. So a squad of myself and a bunch of other media people went out and tried to find him. Our search was a multifaceted one, and for a long time we weren't able to get it together. We struggled for a while, but eventually we figured it out. This just showed me that teamwork is going to be key, as will communication. So if you want to learn more about Ghost Recon Wildlands, you can head over to Hardcore Gamer for more of our coverage from the event. A beta of the game will be running from February 3rd through the 6th, so go sign up at their official website. Wildlands will release on March 7th for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.